every now and then I would watch an anime and see a cute anime girl, and I go, hey, that's a cute anime girl. But there's one problem. She looks like this. I'm going through a mental breakdown. I can't find such a thing attractive. This would make me a furry, and furries are cringe. I'm joking, and yes, I'm saying that because I am scared of furries. Look, if they can afford a $10,000 fursuit, they can afford a $50 pipe bomb. Like, I'm not trying to start anything. But that's besides the point. I just need to know, am I one of them now? Is there an exception? Something? Anything? I started thinking about it a little bit, and what I discovered was truly shocking. I looked up furry characters on Google, and this has to be one of the biggest mistakes of my life, but I noticed something interesting. The anime waifu I was sipping for don't exactly look like the furries I looked up. You see, these furries are very animal-like, but also look humanish. I had to look this up, and apparently we call them anthropomorphic. This word, according to Oxford, means relating to or characterized by anthropomorphism. That's not how definitions work, you nimrods. You can't just use the word in the definition. Like, well, anthropomorphism, according to Oxford, means the attribution of human characteristics or behavior to a god, animal, or object. So for a furry to be a furry, they have to be attracted to an animal with human characteristics. So say this guy from Zootopia. He's a fox, but he's doing human things. Like all of these other furry characters. Okay, got it. But does this apply to this character? Anthropomorphism are animals that are human-like, but these characters are basically the inverse, where they look human, but with animal characteristics, like bunny girls, shark girls, cat girls, cockroach girls? What? Excuse me? These types of characters seem to be called monster girls, or more accurately, kemonomimi. Kemonomimi. Yeah, that sounds right. But if I like this, does this make me a part of this? Or is there a difference between the two? And if there is a difference, where's the line? Obviously, these furry characters have fur and look like animals, and these other characters are just cute anime girls with bunny ears or one physical characteristics of an animal. Gargoyle with her shark tail, Miracle with her bunny ears and tails, or every cat girl with ears and tails in anime. But how does this work for a character like Froppy from My Hero Academia? Yeah, she looks human-ish, but she still acts like a frog in every way imaginable. The tongue, the way she runs. In canon, she can do literally everything a frog can do. So being able to camouflage, throw up her stomach and all that.
Obviously I can jump high and cling to pretty much any wall. And of course there's my tongue. I can stick it out about 20 meters. Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful. Finally, I also secrete a toxic mucus. It just stinks a bit.
So would liking Froppy make you a furry? Because she seems to be more frog than human. And it doesn't help that her dad is a literal frog. Like, this is a furry. So would Froppy also be considered a furry too, or what? Or what about Centaura? Does this count as a furry character or nah? I mean, she's a human-like horse, but does it count when most of her body is horse? Like, how do you differentiate this with this? Look, in my opinion, if you have thoughts about doing the naughty with this type of character, you're just a furry in my opinion. Or what about Dragon's Maid? All of these characters are dragons transformed into humans to blend in. So they're not even like Mirko, Gura, or any of them. They're straight up dragons wearing costumes, basically making Kobayashi a furry, and that's canonically canon. Anyway, after everything I've discussed, I think I've come to a conclusion. If you like a character that is an animal, but built like a human, you're a furry. We already know that. However, if the character has animal-like characteristics, you're not a furry, even if the character has all of the characteristics of an animal. Like Froppy. So if they look more like a human, you would not be a furry. So this, and this is very sus. You're not stepping over the line to the furry community, but you're definitely standing directly on top of the line. But standing on top of the line isn't stepping over the line. So with these characters, you would in fact not be a furry. So there you have it. There is a difference between a kemonomimi and a furry. Fellas, you can all sleep easy tonight knowing you are in fact not a furry if any one of these characters are your waifus. And if this is what you're into, I don't care. At the end of the day, we're a bunch of degenerates. We're done here.